Hi everyone, my name is Brynn. I'm one of the yoga instructors with Bob Brigade Yoga. Thank you for joining me today for this yoga vinyasa flow class focused on accepting change. I invite you to please find a comfortable seat on your mat or on the floor. I have a little pillow underneath me to elevate my hips a little bit higher than my knees, or you can grab a block and sit on a block. Find a comfortable seat, whatever you can find where you can firmly ground your sit bones into the earth beneath you and stack the spine tall without too much effort needed on your part. So we want to find a long spine and then welcome in some ease. So if you're not quite easeful yet, make whatever adjustments you need to find that comfortable seat for you. And soften the gaze or close the eyes if you're comfortable and begin to settle in. So this entire class is focused on accepting change. But with that, we have to acknowledge whatever place we're in to begin with. And that can be really challenging. And it's often a misconception with yoga and meditation, even with people who practice, that meditation or yoga practice is a reprieve from the discomfort of life, a reprieve from the stress, when really it is meant to be a means to assist with that process of working through the discomfort. So we must first learn to truly become aware and accept where we are. Breathe into that discomfort if it's there. Welcome any new information we can learn about it. And work through the process of understanding it a little bit better so that we can continue to grow, continue to be, continue to change. Sometimes discomfort can settle into physical parts of the body, so tune in if you can find those areas. It has a certain feeling associated with it. And if you hear any snoring, that is one of the dogs. So especially during this time, most of us are being forced to change the way that we're living. And not discounting why that change is there, but also seeing how this opens up a whole new window of tuning in, of introspection, of self-reflection, of your life and what it is that you want and need. So one of the difficult things about yoga is that we're untraining these habitual patterns that we've learned. Well, this is a very odd opportunity that we've been given that forces us to stop those habitual patterns, that pattern of behavior that we live day in and day out, that normalcy, that rhythm. Can be very nice to take a step back, be pushed out of that pattern, and be forced to take a bird's eye view of the actions that you take in your life, how you spend your precious time, an opportunity to recognize some gratitude for things that might have otherwise been forgotten completely. Grateful for the earth beneath me, the room that you're in, the people in your life, maybe the access even via phone or online that you have to keep them as part of your life during this time. Your physical health, the air that you're breathing, this time might also force us to look around where we spend most of our time and see if we have filled it with things that are serving us. We have been given this very strange opportunity to step back and reassess. On your next inhale, visualize the breath spiraling up and down the spine. Inhale and the crown lifts tall towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, keep that height in the spine and let the body relax. The rib cage falls back down, the shoulders soften. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Your next inhale, you can bring the hands to the knees if they're not already there. And we're going to externally rotate the shoulders, releasing the hands down, and the palms will face forward. Next, exhale, internally rotate the shoulders forward as the palms face away. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, palms face forward. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward, palms face back. After your next inhale, as you externally rotate the shoulders, feel the shoulder blades pull together and down the spine, and gently place the fingertips behind you. Inhale, see if you can stretch the shoulders back a little bit more as you lift the heart, keeping the sit bones grounded, the navel pulling in towards the spine to protect the lower back. Big inhale. Exhale, release to neutral. We'll wrap the left arm over the right, reaching the hands towards the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the elbows tall. Exhale, round, press the spine towards the back of the room as the elbows release down. Forehead releases towards the earth. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round. Feel the navel pull through the spine, engaging the core. Inhale, re-extend. We'll re-extend the arms out to the side, big inhale. And exhale, right arm over left. Wrapping towards the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, back to your vertical spine. Replace the palms down towards the knees, and then we'll lift the palms up towards the sky and gently press the thumb to the index finger, and gently releasing and extending the other three fingers. Finding Jnana Mudra. Notice that connection of the thumb to the forefinger. This mudra is meant to facilitate concentration and creativity as we move through new chapters of our life. more big inhale. And a long, mindful exhale. Feel the air release out of the lungs, letting go of every last ounce of air. And release. We'll make our way to a tabletop position with the shoulders aligned over the wrists, the hips aligned over the knees. Finding our tabletop, the belly lifts up towards the spine, engaging the core. Fingers are spread wide and actively pressing into the finger pads. We'll find just a few cat-cows. So on your inhale, belly will drop, heart and tailbone lift. Exhale, round through the spine, guiding the movement with your breath. So your inhales and exhales guide your physical movement. Exhale, round through the spine, soften through the shoulders. Release the weight of the head. Inhale forward. Exhale round. Make our way back to tabletop. You can take a few moments to warm up the wrists a little bit. You can step the fingertips, the right fingertips out to the right, left fingertips out to the left, and find little circles with the shoulders. Shifting the weight forward and back, side to side. Noticing as the weight shifts into the finger pads. And if that feels okay, you can rotate the fingers towards the body and rock a little forward and a little back. So moving gently and bringing some energy into the wrists. You can walk it out, forward, forward, back, back. Find some flexion. So we'll replace the palms back down to the mat and flip the right palm up towards the sky, wrapping the right fingertips in. Do that a few times and shake it out. Same to the left. Fingertips and palm up towards the sky. Wrap the fingertips in like you're wrapping them around a tennis ball. And shake it out. Hop up to the fingertips, tenting the hands. And again, one round of cat-cow. So inhale, heart forward, belly drops. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale forward. And we'll flatten the palms, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to your down dog. Walking it out a little bit, pedaling into the feet, bending into the knees, and stretching the hips back and up. Noticing the alignment of the palms and the shoulders. So the fingers are spread wide, grounding down into the finger pads. We do that to protect the wrists. So if you do have wrist sensitivity, you can roll your mat up so that your palms are placed a little bit higher than the finger pads, and that will take a little bit of that angle off of the wrist and a little of the pressure off of it as well. So I like to bend into the knees and really lift the hips up and back, pressing the chest towards the thighs. Release the shoulders, triceps wrap around so the inside of the elbows will face towards each other and towards the front of the mat. Inhale, high to the toes, hips high, heels high. Exhale, bend into the knees, hovering the shins over the mat. Inhale, re-extend the legs. Exhale, release the heels back. Inhale, forward to plank. Push-up position, shoulders aligned over the wrists. Really press into the hands and the feet, lifting up through the front body. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, high to the toes, shift the gaze towards the hands. And slowly, mindfully walk your way all the way to the front of the mat. Maybe hovering the feet as you make your way there, finding a forward fold. You can bend into the knees or keep them straight. You can grab opposite elbows. Ragdoll, letting the weight of the head release. Shifting the weight from the left foot to the right foot. Really being aware of when it shifts, how it feels. Do you feel stable? Do you feel secure? You can bend into one knee and stretch the hips back in space. And release the palms down. Place the palms to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees, palms face forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. And release the palms by your side, finding your mountain pose. Mountain pose is one of my favorite poses. It's really important. It's a foundation in almost every single standing yoga posture. So the feet are hip width apart and the heels are aligned behind the second and third toes, actively grounding into four corners of the feet. So the big toe mounds, the pinky toe mounds, and the back two corners of the heel. We ground down into the earth, anchoring down far below to find that stability, feeling this liftingness through the center of the feet, almost like it's tenting and lifting up towards the body. The tailbone is pulling down towards the earth as the low belly pulls in. Release the shoulders, find that external rotation, the palms face forward, shoulder blades pulling together and down the spine. Crown of the head lifts tall, and we have a tendency when we lift the head tall to stick our chin up and forward. So pull the chin down and back, just about a ½ inch or so, to align the jaw with the rest of the spine. And find your stability in your mountain pose. We're going to have a lot of movement in today's class. We want to find this security, this strong foundation to begin our class, knowing that it's here, knowing we can find it again. When you're ready, bring the palms to heart center. Big inhale, long exhale. Inhale, release the arms and sweep all the way up. Exhale, press the palms together. Exhale, release the palms towards the chest. Inhale, sweep. Moving with intention behind your movements. Exhale, release palms to heart center. Finding that groundedness in the lower body. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, this time we'll forward fold all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, replace the palms, bend into the knees, step the right foot all the way back, finding your lunge. Left knee aligned over left ankle. If you find that you're rounded, we want to press into the palms. You can grab blocks here if you want to lift the heart. So find whatever feels good for you. Zip up through that back leg, nice and strong, finding length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, replace the palms, left foot back, down dog. Long inhale. Long exhale, release the shoulders away from the ears. Release the tension in the jaw and the forehead. Inhale, forward to plank, moving slowly, moving mindfully. Holding here. Next inhale, shift the shoulders forward. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Landing in one solid piece. Untuck the toes, ground the palms down by the chest. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the head. Finding our first cobra. Elbows are pulling down by the torso. Shoulders are gently pulling together and down the spine. All 10 toes are pressing into the mat and the glutes are relaxed. So we're finding lift by the strength in the low back. One more sip of inhale. Exhale, release. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, press through tabletop to child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, forehead down towards the mat. Taking a moment here to find that connection with the earth, find that groundedness. Knowing it's here, but also knowing we're going to step away from it for a while, and we can always come back. So finding a little bit of gratitude for this pose, and moving on. Inhale to table, tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Hold for your inhale. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, extend the right leg behind. Exhale, knee towards the chest as you step the right foot in between the hands. Finding that right leg lunge. Same alignment here. So left hip is pulling forward, left leg is zipped up strong. Right knee aligned over that right ankle. Finding length in the spine. Exhale. Inhale, step the left foot up to meet the right. Exhale, forward fold. Palms face forward, inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, release all the way down. This time you can press the fingertips down into the mat and inhale, find a halfway lift if you have that long spine. If you feel like you don't have that long spine, bring the palms back to the shins and then find your halfway lift. Exhale, release, step the left foot all the way back. Inhale here in your lunge. Exhale, straighten the leg, lift the hips up and back. Inhale, forward to lunge. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, forward and hold. Exhale, step the right foot back, down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. This time we're going to lower halfway chaturanga and press back up to plank. So shift the shoulders forward on your inhale. Exhale, lower halfway, elbows close to the torso, shoulders away from the ears. Press back up to your push-up position, hold. And exhale, lower all the way down. Nice. You can always lower the knees, untuck the toes. We'll pop up to the fingertips. Inhale, cobra. Finding this rhythm of breath in our posture. Pressing all 10 toes down to the mat. And exhale, release. You can tuck the toes here if you want a little bit more active transition. Otherwise, you can press through tabletop. We'll make our way to down dog. If you want to find a little bit more action, tuck the toes, engage the thighs, lifting the kneecaps, and at the end of your exhale, press up to your push-up position. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, extend the left leg behind. Exhale, knee towards the chest as you step that left foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten the leg, lift the hips up and back. Inhale, forward. Finding our pulsing lunges. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, forward. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, right foot steps up to meet left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, sit back and down into your chair. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Palms are facing each other, so pinkies are wrapping forward. Exhale, release the palms down towards the heart. So just shift the weight into that left foot as you unweight the right, bringing the right heel up to the right glute, and slowly step all the way back to your lunge, airplaning the arms as you get there. So the arms are extended behind, palms facing down, and the chest is a little bit forward. We'll inhale, extend to crescent. Exhale, open the arms wide, goddess. So bending into the arms, palms facing forward, lifting through the chest. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, airplane. So airplaning the arms back behind, palms facing down. This time we'll inhale, bring the palms to the heart center and lift the chest up to our lunge. And we'll shift the weight forward, standing tall, bringing the knee up towards the chest as you twist to the right. We'll do this a couple times, so don't worry. Inhale, re-extend forward. We'll step the right foot all the way back, airplane the arms, palms facing down. Inhale, extend the arms, crescent. Exhale, goddess arms, extend the elbows out to the side, lifting the heart. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, airplane the arms back and down. Inhale, palms to heart center, shift the weight forward, bring the knee up towards the chest, twist to your right. Palms pressing towards the chest. Exhale, re-extend forward, step the right foot all the way back. Last time, palms facing down. Inhale, lift up to your crescent. Exhale, goddess arms. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, airplane the arms down. Inhale, palms to heart center, shift the weight forward, right knee up towards the chest, twist to your right. Back through center, re-extend the leg back for a moment, airplane the arms. Inhale, crescent and hold. Right hip pulling forward, left hip pulling back. Feel that low belly engaged, lifting through the heart, zip up through that back leg.
Exhale, release the palms down. Left foot steps back, plank. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward. You always have the option of lowering all the way down and finding your baby cobra or cobra. We're going to find full chaturanga, lower halfway. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders pulling back, offering the heart. Legs are engaged. And exhale, down dog. Long inhale. Long exhale, settle in. Inhale, extend the left leg behind. Exhale, knee towards the chest as you press the left foot forward. We'll ground the right hand down and step that left foot out towards the left, finding a lateral lunge. So my hips are a little tighter, so I have to step that left foot back a little bit. You might be able to keep it up closer to the front of the mat. I've pivoted to the outer edge of my right foot, and I'm actively grounding down into that left foot. Inhale, extend the arm up towards the sky. You can stay here. You can join me in extending the left arm forward, palm facing down. Inhale here. We're going to find some dips. So exhale, we'll lower the hips down towards the ground as the left arm sweeps behind us. Inhale, press into that right outer edge of the foot, lifting the hips, re-extend that left arm. Exhale, lower down. Notice I'm still pressing actively into this right hand. I'm not letting that shoulder relax. Inhale, re-extend. One more time. Exhale, dip the hips down. Inhale, re-extend and hold. And exhale, make your way back to your lunge. Inhale, right foot steps up to meet left. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees, palms face forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, sit back and down into your chair. So the weight is in the heels in your chair, but the toes are still actively pressing down. Exhale, release the palms to heart center. This time we'll shift the weight into that right foot, left heel to the glute, and step all the way back, airplaning the arms as we make our way there, palms facing down, finding that right leg lunge or crescent with airplane arms. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, open the arms to the side, crescent or goddess arms. Lifting through the heart, shoulder blades pulling down the spine. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, airplane. Heart reaches forward. Inhale, palms to heart center. Shift the weight into that right leg. As the left knee comes toward the chest, twist to the left. Back through center. Release the left leg behind, airplane the arms. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, goddess arms. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, airplane the arms down, heart reaching forward. Inhale, palms to the chest. Shift the weight into that right foot and twist to your left. Make your way back through to your crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, extend to crescent. Exhale, elbows pull out to the side, goddess arms. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, airplane. Palms to heart center, shift the weight into that right foot. Inhale, left knee to the chest, twist to your left. Back through center, gently step all the way back, airplaning the arms. Inhale, crescent. Pressing that heel towards the back of the room, but the left heel is lifted. Anchoring down through the right heel. Inhale, lift out of the chest. Exhale, release the palms down, right foot steps back, plank, chaturanga. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Long inhale. Long exhale. Feeling that heartbeat. Maybe feeling your temperature rise a little bit. Knowing that you always have tabletop when we're in down dog as a modification. You always have child's pose as a modification. but also knowing that sometimes our mind is not always our biggest cheerleader. So really tuning in to our body and what our body is telling us in any particular moment. Inhale, extend the right leg behind when you're ready. Exhale, step the right foot up to the right hand. We'll ground down through the left palm, finding that lateral lunge on the right side. So stepping the right toes out towards the side and shifting to the outer edge of that left foot. Inhale, extend the arms, lift up through the hips. Option to reach the right arm forward, palm facing down. Exhale, lower the hips, reach the hand behind the body. Inhale, lift and re-extend. Exhale, release and lower. Inhale, lift and re-extend. Feeling that stretch through the right hip flexor, the right hip. Exhale, lower. Inhale, re-extend and hold. And exhale, make your way back to your right leg lunge. Inhale, left foot steps up to meet right. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, melt all the way down. Uttanasana. We'll press the palms down into the mat, bend into the left knee, and we'll ground the left palm down, straightening through that right leg, or maybe almost straight, and start to rotate to the right side, maybe extend that right arm up towards the sky, feeling that stretch in the back body of the right leg. Exhale, release. Ground the right palm down, bend into the right knee, extending that left arm, maybe not. Whatever feels good in your body. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release the palms down, make your way back to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, extend the right leg behind. Exhale, step the right foot by the right thumb. We'll ground the left foot down, the toes facing away to the outside edge of the mat. So we're going to inhale, windmill up to warrior two. So a wider stance here. Right knee aligned over that right ankle. Release the shoulders down. A nice trick is to find that external rotation that we found in the beginning of class, lifting the palms up towards the sky. Feeling the shoulder blades pulling down the spine, and then keeping the shoulders where they are, just flip the palms. Gaze is settling over that right fingertips, grounding down through the outer edge of that left foot. And inhale, we'll flip the right palm, reach forward, up and back, finding reverse warrior, resting that left hand on the left thigh or left leg, and then straighten that front leg, really grounding down through that right foot, finding reverse triangle. So this anchoring from the right heel all the way through the right side body, reaching out through the right fingertips. From here, inhale, find lift, and we'll stretch the left hip back, or the hips back, as the right arm reaches forward until you basically feel stuck, and then you know to release the right hand down. So I like to grab a block here because we don't want to be crunching into that right side. We want to be lifted. So you can press the right palm into that right shin. If you have enough space laterally on both sides, you can maybe reach all the way down to the mat, or you can grab a block. You also can find, this is triangle pose, you can also find triangle pose with the hand in front of that right leg or behind. So either one works, and then you can extend that left arm up towards the sky, working on opening up through that left side body, lifting the chest a little bit more square to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, not locking through the legs.
keeping the thighs engaged, keeping groundedness into the feet but not crunching into the toes. And exhale, find a slight bend in that front right foot, and we'll lower the hands down, rounding through that, framing that right foot. We'll find our chaturanga flow option here to extend that right leg behind, finding a triyanga. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog or three-legged down dog. And release that right foot back down to the mat. Reminding yourself of that alignment of our down dog. Fingertips spread wide. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Feet are hip width apart. And as we start to open up through the back body, you might notice the heels get a little bit closer to the mat. If they don't, that's totally fine too, and that's your body. When you're ready, inhale, extend the left leg behind. Exhale, step the left foot by the left thumb. We'll ground that right foot down and windmill up, warrior two. So finding that alignment, left heel aligned to the arch of that right foot. Left knee aligned over the left ankle. Actively grounding down through that outer right foot of the outer edge of that right foot. And then release the shoulders. You can flip the palms up towards the sky. Feel the shoulder blades pull down the back, and then flip the palms. Inhale, flip the left palm up towards the sky, reach forward, up and back, reverse warrior, letting that right hand rest on that right leg, and then ground down and through that left heel, straighten the left leg, finding reverse triangle. Noticing all of that length on the left side. My foot slipped a little bit. And then lifting up through the torso, reach the hips back, left arm forward, find length here, and then release that left hand down to your shin, the mat, a block, and extend that right arm. Finding our triangle pose. That right hip pulling back, allowing the heart to also open up towards the sky. And exhale, shift the gaze down towards that left foot. We'll bend into that left knee, grounding the palms, chaturanga or optional triyanga, extend the left leg behind. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog or triyanga or three-legged dog. And then release the left foot down, finding your down dog. Holding for an inhale. Holding for your exhale. Next inhale, shift the shoulders forward, lower the knees down to the mat. We'll bring the toes together and find child's pose. You can rest here. You can release the arms by your side, letting the shoulders relax. Finding a little reprieve. But keeping the mind attentive to your present moment and to your body and how you're feeling. We practice yoga, and I like to practice a more physically challenging yoga, not to distract, but to challenge the mind to stay focused, to really tune in to what my body is telling me, how it's feeling, how it's changing throughout practice. If you notice something new, is there anything else that you can soften? Anything else that you can release and let go of? That rhythm of our breath is especially helpful as a tool to let things go on our exhale.
We can visualize tension. We can bring symbols to it and colors and images and work through any discomfort that we feel with that tension. Understand it a little bit better and slowly give it the space that it needs and the space that we need to work through it. Whenever you're ready, from your child's pose, we'll extend the arms forward, actively pressing into the palms, lifting the arms off of the mat. And then we'll parallel our shins. So releasing the toes away from each other just a few inches so they're aligned behind the knees. And moving into puppy pose, we'll start to lift the hips and stretch the fingertips forward until we feel that our hips are just about aligned over the knees. Actively pressing into the mat with our palms. The nose is down towards the mat and the earth. The hips are lifted tall. We still have a slight engagement of the core to protect the back, but we're pressing that heart forward, opening up through the rib cage, the chest, through the shoulders and the armpits. And from here on your next inhale, ground the elbows down to the mat. Press the palms and forearms down. We'll reach the hips forward and lower the hips and legs down to the mat. Finding our Sphinx pose. So you might need to bring the elbows in a little bit closer. Palms are grounded, fingertips are grounded. Actively pressing the elbows down into the earth. A really nice front body and back body opener. So this pose is a little bit more active than it seems. So we're energetically pulling the elbows towards our feet, and the hips are energetically pulling forward. The navel is engaged, pulling towards the spine. Find a little bit of action and activity in the core. Release the shoulders. And exhale, release. You can bring one cheek to the mat. You are welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, we'll make our way back to down dog. From here, inhale, extend the right leg behind. And we'll point the toe and start to stack right hip over left, trying to keep the shoulders square. And then bend into that right knee, pointing the toes down towards the earth. So if you feel like your left shoulder has totally dipped, keep grounding into that left palm and lift the left shoulder back square with the right. Inhale forward, right knee to right elbow. Exhale. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, right foot steps to the right thumb. We'll heel toe the right foot out to the right side of the mat. Finding our lizard lunge. So option here to stay up tall if you'd like. I like to lower that back knee down and untuck the back foot. Finding a really nice hip flexor stretch through that left side. So we're going to hold here for about 3 to 5 breaths. If this feels like an awesome stretch to you, want to stay here a little bit longer, feel free. In this version of it, we're going to keep the right knee just about aligned over that right ankle. There is a version where you can open up to the side. We're not going to find that yet today. And then after about 3 to 5 breaths, you have an option to stretch out that back quad by bending into that left leg and reaching back with the right hand. So you want to keep the hips a little bit squared forward, so that's why we're actively pulling that right knee in, and we're reaching back with the right hand rather than the left. So once you grab the foot, pull the left heel a little bit closer to the glute. If you're not there and you're not touching the foot,
that intention of the movement is there. So feel free to stay in that intention. Maybe you're here today. Maybe you hold here. At your home practice, you can get a strap or even like a t-shirt and wrap it around your foot, and you can use that as a bridge to help with this pose. And when you're ready, we'll release. Finding that lunge, chucking the back foot under, re-extending that right leg, opening up the right hip, and finding our down dog when you're ready. Inhale, extend the left leg behind. Point the toe and stack left hip over right, actively pressing down through that right hand to keep the shoulders square. From here, you can bend into that left knee, pointing the toes down towards the earth. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, lifting up through the core, lifting up through the hips. Inhale, re-extend that left leg, and exhale, step the left foot by the left hand. Finding our lizard lunge on the left side, opening that left foot out to the side. I'm going to lower that back knee down and untuck the toe. And hold here, keeping that left knee towards my left shoulder. Again, holding the pose, never the breath. Never really helps in yoga to hold your breath. And when you're ready, bend into that back leg. Option to reach back with that left hand, and then start to square the shoulders. So squaring the shoulders a little bit forward again. Another bridge that helps if you're not quite there for the foot, you can lift the front body by bridging with a block and reach back. That might help a little bit at a couple inches. So that's an option. And when you're ready, make your way back to down dog, moving mindfully, checking your alignment, maybe re-extending that left leg, and we'll meet back in our down dog position. Find a fun little flow here. When you're ready, we'll inhale, extend the right leg behind. Exhale, knee to nose, press through the shoulders, lifting through the hips. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow, and straighten that right leg, anchoring through the right outer edge of that right foot, and then grounding down through the left foot and the right hand. Extend the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, release the palm down. We'll re-extend the right leg, and we'll do it a little bit differently on the other side. Here we're going to move a little bit slower, finding wild thing. So step, keeping the palms down on the mat. Step the right foot to the outer edge of the left side of the mat. Ground down through that left palm and the left foot. As you inhale, extend the right arm up towards the sky, lifting the right hips and the right side chest up towards the sky. Bending into the right knee and keeping the left leg straight. So we'll make our way back. Ground the right palm first, then re-extend the right leg in your three-legged down dog, and release to down dog. So that was one option to move, oddly, a little bit more safer. It might not have felt like that. But to keep 3 points on the mat at all times. So that's what we did on that side. On this other side, we can have 2 points on the mat to make it a little bit more floaty, a little bit more fly-like. If you're not there yet, if you don't feel that stability today, try it like we just did. Keep the 3 anchor points on the mat at all time. If you want to try a little bit more flight, we'll re-extend that left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to right elbow. And then open up, straighten that left leg. Grounding down through the right foot and lift up through the right arm. Exhale, lower the right hand down. This is where we're going to find some flight. Re-extend that left leg, and now at the same time I'm going to lift off of my left hand as I place the left foot down, finding wild thing, lifting through the left side body. Right leg straight, right foot grounded. Same coming back, so I'm going to ground through that right foot, re-extend the left leg and the left arm, making my way back to down dog. Not the prettiest, but that's okay. Finding some balance back in down dog. Maybe taking a break, maybe lowering the knees. When you're ready, round down dog. We'll extend the right leg behind and step the right foot about halfway and ground down through both feet. Press the palms together, arms straight. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, we'll twist to the right. Important to keep the hips square as you open up, left arm forward, right arm back, twisting the upper body only to the right. Grounding down through both feet and feeling that lift back up through the body. And exhale, release back to center. Right hand to the hip, left arm extends. I'm going to grab a block here. We're finding revolved triangle. So the feet are about 2 feet apart. Legs are straight. Right hand to the right hip, left arm extended. Big inhale, find length. Exhale, hips back, arm forward, hinging at the waist. And then release that left palm down to the earth, down to a block. You can stay here. You feel a big stretch on that right hamstring. Or an option to press the right palm into the right hip and then start to stack right shoulder over left, reaching the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Making sure you didn't lose that groundedness in that left foot. So see if the weight has shifted, realign, and then if you feel stacked, you can extend that right arm up towards the sky, finding our revolved triangle. Inhale. And exhale, release. We'll make our way back to down dog, optional chaturanga, or optional trianga if you want to find a little bit of height and flight, I guess. So we'll ground down to that right foot and we'll lift the left leg behind. Bending into that right leg, left leg is going to constantly stay straight. As you kick, finding maybe a moment in a handstand, always finding chaturanga with bent arms whenever you're finding a handstand and a trianga and jumping back. We'll do it again on the other side. When you're ready, inhale, extend the left leg behind. Exhale, step the left foot up about halfway, ground the feet down. Press the palms together. Inhale, lift all the way up, extend the arms overhead. This time we'll exhale, twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. And keep pulling that left hip forward because it wants to join your body in this twist. This is an upper body twist. And technically this right shoulder is not what the twist is about. My right arm should actually be out over here if it's in line with my left arm and my left shoulder. It's more about this opening. And the arm doesn't even need to be extended. You can bring it to the hip, open up through the shoulder. There's a lot of different options here. From here, release the left palm to the left hip, extend the right arm up towards the sky, and then hinging at the waist. Hips back, right arm forward, and release that right hand down. Finding the foundation for our revolved triangle pose here. So aligning the shoulder over that right wrist, and then you can stack or press the left palm into the left hip. Find length in the spine, crown of the head reaches forward, then twist. Stacking left shoulder over right. Option to extend that left arm. I'm not really feeling it. Not gonna do that. Keep that engagement in the core, especially in twists. We want to find a little bit of protection. And exhale, release. So this side, same thing. We'll make our way back to down dog. You can find your chaturanga. If you want to find some handstand play, ground the palms down. We'll shift the weight into that left foot and sweep the right leg up towards the sky. The top leg is always going to stay straight. And we'll kick shoulders over wrists and then lowering with bent elbows, So we're not crashing down into our chaturanga and injuring our shoulders. Finding our down dog and finding child's pose. Finding that steadiness and a sense of feeling settled in your child's pose. Be aware of all of the places our mind can go, especially when we just tried new things. Are you still thinking about it? Are you questioning yourself? Are you analyzing what in your mind and judgment you quote unquote could or couldn't do? That kind of language is very weighty, it's very heavy. And especially at times of opportunities for change, it doesn't really serve us well. So an opportunity to practice non-judgment is to practice non-judgment of yourself for having any of those thoughts that you might have had. Let them go. Bring your mind and your heart back to your practice. Back to a supported foundation and a supported space. When you're ready, we'll make our way back to down dog. And slowly walk the feet all the way up to the hands, bending into the knees and releasing the hips down to the earth. We'll find some balancing core postures here. I'm going to turn a little bit diagonally so you can see. We'll first find a pose called blossoming lotus. So we'll remind ourselves of that Gyanga or Gyana mudra, where the thumb is pressing gently into the forefinger and the other three fingers are gently extended. So that'll be the hand position that we'll find for this blossoming lotus pose. Just a heads up. We'll shift the weight back to the sit bones. So find your stability here. Lift up through the core, finding that long spine, lifting up through the chest. And we'll start to rock the weight back a little bit. We'll bring the heels together and the feet flex out to the side. And see if you can wrap, maybe the heels come apart first. Wrap the arms underneath the shins. See, that's why we practice this at home. Totally fine. And press the heels together, the feet are flexed. Find that Gyana mudra with the hands, the thumb and forefinger together. Arms are underneath the shins, heels are pressing together, feet are flexed. Now find that long spine again. See if you can find some liftedness through the heart, through the hips, some relaxation and softening, some length in the spine. Counting your breaths nice and even. And we'll slowly release without releasing the feet down to the mat. We'll release the arms. Take your peace fingers, the forefinger and middle finger, wrap them around your big toes. Find that long spine. And if you'd like to try balancing bear, straighten the legs. Lifting the heart, finding some balancing bear. So balancing on the sit bones, lifting up through the chest, lifting up through the legs. Big inhale, long exhale. and release. Nice job, guys. Cross to the legs. We'll make our way back to our down dog. Beautiful job. On your inhale, lift high to the toes. We'll slowly roll forward, shoulders aligned over the wrists. And exhale, lower all the way down. Our final heart opening back bending practice today is floor bow. So we'll bring the forehead down to the mat and bend into the knees, flexing the feet. We'll grab, some people like to grab for the feet. I like to grab for the ankles. The thumbs are facing down. So we want to find that external rotation of the shoulders, thumbs facing down, and the feet are flexed. Just like in our lizard, if you're not quite here, you can use a strap and find that intention of the pose with the strap as the bridge. So that's always an option. From here, we'll slowly start to kick back with the legs, kicking into the hands, but we're not kicking up yet. So you'll notice my thighs are still pressing down to the earth. Lifting through the heart, keep breathing. And now option to lift the legs. Keep pressing into the hands, lifting up out of the chest, little sips of breath. The weight might rock a little bit forward. Keep lifting the soles of the feet, pressing up towards the sky. And exhale, release opposite cheek to the mat. When you're ready, we'll make our way back to down dog, moving mindfully, moving with intention, and finding length in the spine. You can find a big bend into the knees and lift the hips up and back, pressing the heart towards the thighs. Inhale, extend the right leg behind. Exhale, knee behind the right wrist. That right heel will be close to that left hip or out a little bit closer to the left wrist, depending on your flexibility. We'll inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, lower a few inches, finding a wave. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower a few inches. Inhale, lift. This time you have an option to lower all the way down, finding our pigeon, a pigeon stretch. Letting the mind settle a little bit more. I love practicing those balancing postures, even if they're not standing balancing postures. Those floor balancing postures can be very challenging, but they're very centering. I always feel like they're allowing me to be grounded and feeling lifted at the same time, which is kind of similar to the floor bow that we just found. When you're ready, slowly make your way out of your pigeon, re-extend that right leg behind in your down dog. Maybe open up through the hip. Don't really have to worry about the shoulder alignment here, just finding whatever movement feels good to you. And when you're ready, inhale, extend the left leg behind, making our way to pigeon on the left side. Left knee behind that left wrist, and flexing that left foot. So especially if you have the leg out a little bit closer to that right wrist, actively keep that left foot flexed. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, find your wave, lower a little bit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Last time. And exhale, lower. Option to lower all the way down. These more passive postures create another opportunity to take inventory of the body, especially compared to how it felt in the beginning of practice. Maybe it feels the same. Maybe your tension has moved, or maybe you've created some space for that tension to release just a little bit. Because that's the goal, right? Create space, allowing even that discomfort to grow to whatever it's supposed to be, so that we can understand it and take the next step forward in our life. From here, we'll lift the torso and sit down into that left hip. And wrap that right foot all the way around to the outer edge of that left knee. So my left heel is close to my right glute. My right heel is grounded down to the outside of that left knee. And I'm going to lift tall through the spine. If your right hip isn't quite down on the mat, you can straighten out that bottom leg, straighten out that left leg, and still find the twist that we're going to find. If it is grounded, I invite you to stay here with that bottom leg bent. We'll inhale, find that lift in the spine, and ground the right palm behind us, right behind the spine, maybe an inch away from the body, to find the lift. It acts as a second support for our spine. Inhale, extend the left arm tall, and exhale, twist to the right, wrapping that left elbow to the outer edge, that right side edge of that right knee, and opening up that right shoulder back towards the back space of the room, opening up through that right side body, through the chest, and breathe, keeping that length in the spine, keeping the core engaged, and exhale, release back through center. So we're going to ground the feet down and press the palms down to spin around and end up in the same position on the other side. It's one of my favorite things to do. So we're going to ground down to the feet and straighten the legs, and then keep the feet where they are, twist all the way around, spinning on the balls of the feet, bending into that right knee. And if you're like, I didn't end up anywhere like you are, that's fine, and make your way here. So bending into that bottom right knee, the right heel is by my left glute, and my left foot is grounded out to the outer side of my right knee. Place the left palm behind as that second spine. Find that lift in the chest. Inhale, extend the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, wrap that right knee around the left knee, right elbow around the left knee, and twist to your left. Always finding that long spine before we twist. Always keeping slight engagement of the core in any of our twists. And exhale, release back through center. We'll re-extend the legs out in front of us. Maybe take a moment, shake them out. We'll find a moment in staff pose with the legs extended long, feet are flexed, lifting tall. And then we'll bend into the knees, extend the arms overhead, and exhale, hinge at the waist, reaching the hands forward. So one of my favorite things to do when people say, I can't do yoga, I can't even touch my toes. I'll say, I can make you touch your toes. Not make, but I can get you to touch your toes. And they're like, oh yeah, how? And I say, bend your knees. And now you can touch your toes. And they say, well, that's cheating. It's like, that's not cheating. These are called modifications. These are called what my body needs. This is called finding the correct alignment with my spine. So it's all about the intention of the pose. If I want to reach my heart forward and find this long spine, this is what I should do. And then if you feel good there, maybe straighten the legs. See how far your heart can reach forward. If the pose for you is meant as a hamstring stretch, sure, keep the legs straight and maybe you stay here, okay? There is always the option of rounding through the spine if that's the point of the pose, finding that space in the spine and that stretch in the hamstrings. Know that you should always keep your quads engaged, but it's all about the intention of the pose and taking the modifications that you should take for that moment to meet your intention of the pose. And we'll slowly release out. Pax, stop licking. Pax, stop. Inhale, extend the arms overhead. Exhale, reach the arms forward, torso stays tall. And exhale, slowly release all the way down. We'll bring the knees to the chest, rock left and right. A little massage in the low back. And we've done all of these hip opening stretches, front body stretches, hip flexors, chest openers, opening up space and ready for change. If you want to find your shavasana, you are free to find your final resting posture. If you want to find happy baby, another hip opener, you can open up the knees wide and wrap the hands around the soles of the feet from the outside, flexing the feet and pulling the knees down towards the earth, the tailbone down towards the mat. So if you feel that it's lifted, ground it back down. You can rock left and right. You can flip the grip to the inside and straighten the legs, finding just a tilted version of our balancing bear that we did earlier. And take any last postures, poses, stretches, anything you want to do before we meet in our shavasana pose. So right now I'm in Supta Baddha Konasana. My feet are together and close to my glutes. My knees are opened wide. You can bring one palm to the heart, one palm to the belly to feel that rhythmic breath throughout the body. Option to stay here or open up the legs, extending the right leg long towards the right side of the mat, left leg long towards the left side, and release the arms down by the sides, finding your final shavasana. Your final resting pose. Allowing the weight of the body to settle down a little bit heavier. Knowing that you are protected and supported fully by the earth beneath you. all of this space that you have created. It's a necessary step through the process of change. That initial discomfort, you shouldn't discount it. You do need to work through and understand those feelings and thoughts in order to move to the next step, grow, and change. We can't just switch paths and think that that discomfort won't catch up with us. But we know that it's okay that it's there. We just need to work through it. We do that by creating space, understanding it a little bit deeper, a little bit more, welcoming change, being grateful for an opportunity to step back and radically evaluate the patterns of our life that we've fallen into, maybe without thought and without intention. Take a full body inhale. And a full body exhale. You are welcome to stay in your Shavasana pose as long as you like. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope that this practice leaves you feeling a little bit more open to change and facing it with a little bit less judgment and maybe understanding for its need and almost a welcoming for what it will bring. Namaste. Just had to be a little camera hog. Is that what you did? Did you hog the camera?